Who do you think you are? Stay humble. Humility is key. Don't think too highly of yourself. Get off the high horse, buddy. Keep your head down. You think you're special? That's what we're taught since we're kids. And I think people have taken this advice too fucking far. Because if having an ego and being a narcissist is so fucking bad, then explain something to me. Why did these two things make me quit smoking? Explain this to me. Why did the thing that everyone said was bad become one of the most useful tools I ever had? One day while I was smoking, I looked at my cigarette and thought to myself, why the fuck am I doing this to myself, man? My potential is limitless. What am I doing here destroying my life with this fucking cigarette in my hand? Seriously though, why am I paying to damage my own body? Why am I willingly poisoning my fucking lungs? Why am I voluntarily making myself weaker? And then a thought hit me. A thought that would probably offend most people. I thought to myself, I'm too important for this shit, bro. Now before you start crying in the comments, look at what ego and narcissism did. They helped me quit smoking. You may say, you're narcissistic. And my answer is, if it helped me quit smoking, then yes, I'm trying to show you that with narcissism and ego, it's not always the bad connotations that come up. There are good ones as well. You can make good connotations about yourself and thus stopping a bad habit of yours. I already knew that smoking was bad. Everyone knows that smoking is bad. Nobody smokes because they think it's healthy, obviously. Nobody lights up a cigarette thinking to themselves, this is probably improving my lungs, bro. The information is everywhere. The warnings are everywhere. Yet millions of people still do it. Why? Because information does not change behavior. Identity changes behavior. And that's the part most people never understand. People try to change their habits without actually changing who they believe they are. They say, I want to quit smoking, I want to go to the gym, I want to build a business, I'm so ambitious, I want to do all of these things, but deep down, they're the same person. They have the same mindset, the same standards, and the same excuses. And then they're shocked when nothing changes. You have to understand that your actions always try to match your identity. If you think you're lazy, you will find reasons to be lazy. If you think you can't focus, yeah, I'm saying it for you who can't focus right now and you're watching this video, then you're probably not gonna focus if you say that. Because it becomes part of your identity. If you think you're average, you will settle for average. But on the other hand, what if you think you're valuable? What then? Then everything changes. Even a touch of narcissism. It's not so bad. Because suddenly certain behaviors start feeling insulting to you. And that is exactly what happened to me. Smoking stopped feeling normal to me. It started feeling beneath me. And you might say, who do you think you are? Smoking's beneath you? Yeah, bro, it helped me get rid of this bad habit. So why is it so bad to have a touch of narcissism and a touch of confidence and ego? Not confidence, fuck confidence. Ego, above average ego. That's what helped me stop smoking. Every cigarette became a reminder that the actions weren't matching the standards I had set for myself. Every cigarette felt like disrespect. With every cigarette I lit up, I felt like I was betraying myself. And eventually, I got sick of it. Not physically, but mentally. I got sick of acting like someone who didn't value himself. And once that happened, quitting became easy. Because I wasn't losing something, just like I was thinking before. I was rejecting something. I wasn't sacrificing pleasure. I was raising my standards. And that's where things get interesting. The exact same mindset that helped me quit smoking is the exact same mindset that got me into the gym. People may think that these are different battles, these are not the same thing, but they're not. They're the same battle wearing different clothes. Before the mind shift, I would look at the pack of cigarettes and think, just one more. The same way people look at exercise and say, I'll start next week. I'll start when I feel motivated. That's where I come in and say bullshit to that. The problem isn't motivation. The problem is identity. Because when I started seeing myself differently, the gym stopped feeling optional. Think about it. If you genuinely felt like you were valuable, would you stay weak? Willingly? Fuck no, man. What do you mean? Why would you choose to stay less capable than you could be? Why would you choose less strength, less energy, less confidence, less health, less everything? The same voice that said, I'm too important for this shit, Started saying I'm too important to neglect my body. This weakness compared to my potential is what disgusted me. Every time I walked into the gym, I was proving something to myself. I was proving that my standards weren't just words. And at the end of the day, that's what confidence truly is. Confidence isn't just positive thinking, affirmations, and all that BS. Confidence is evidence. Confidence is keeping promises to yourself. It is doing what you said you were going to do. It's earning respect from yourself. Every workout reinforced my identity. Every workout reinforced the idea that I was someone who took care of himself. And you know, apart from the ego problem most people have, they have also self-respect problem. Look around you, bro. People tolerate absolute garbage. Garbage habits, garbage relationships, garbage excuses, garbage standards, garbage everything, bro. Trash. And they tolerate it because they've accepted it as their identity. They've normalized it. They convince themselves willingly that it's who they are. Why would you willingly poison your mind to think that you're inferior? You could actually be fucking someone. The second somebody raises the standards, everybody starts screaming about ego. Why, you might ask? Because standards make people confront their excuses. Standards expose weakness. Think about it. When somebody says, I'm done being fat, I'm done being a bitch, I'm done being a pussy, I'm gonna approach the girl, I'm done wasting my life and scrolling all day, everybody starts tearing them down like crabs in a bucket, bruv. Who does he think he is? Why is he acting superior? Maybe he's not just acting superior and he's done accepting bullshit. Maybe, just maybe, he finally decided that he wants more for himself. Maybe he's finally decided he values himself enough to change. Now let's talk about procrastination. Everybody says they want success. Everybody says they want freedom, a better life, more money, more bitches, more everything. But then they spend 5 hours scrolling garbage on their phone every single day. Here's the truth. Your habits reveal your standards, and your actions tell the truth. If you want success, what's truly gonna show if you want it or not are your actions. And that's where ego comes in again, because ego can help here. Because ego says, I'm capable for more than this. Ego says, I'm not wasting another fucking year doing the same bullshit. Hanging with the same people, doing the same boring shit. I'm done watching life pass me by. Now probably someone is watching and saying to himself, bro, you're just describing arrogance here. No, brother, there's a difference. Arrogance is believing you're amazing without doing anything to prove it. Arrogance is demanding respect you haven't earned. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about standards. I'm talking about expectations. I'm talking about refusing to accept versions of yourself that are below your potential. Those are completely different things. One is delusion, the other is self-respect that comes with being a narcissist. And society confuses them all the time. We've become so afraid of ego that we glorify self-doubt. We have gotten so used to shrinking ourselves, to lowering our ambitions, to lowering our expectations, to settle for less. And then we wonder why so many people are miserable and why so many people off themselves. You do not build a great life by believing you're worthless. You don't overcome addiction by believing you're weak. At some point, you need to believe that you're capable of more. And if arrogance, narcissism, and ego are the tools that we are using to do that, then it's okay. You need to say that this is beneath me. This is damaging me. And I know people hate the word this is beneath me because it sounds egotistical. But if ego and narcissism are the key to self-improvement, then so be it. Call it ego, call it narcissism, call it anything you want. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what label people use for it. All I know is this, that ego helped me quit smoking. Ego helped me start going to the gym. Ego helped me stop accepting excuses. Because the moment I start believing that my life has value, self-destructive behavior became harder to justify. So stop asking if your ego is too big. and start asking whether your standards are too low for yourself, whether you're destined for more than this. And you know what? Fuck what other people say, bro. What do they know? What have they achieved? Stay narcissistic, bro. It's the key to success. Don't give a fuck what other people say about it. Raise your standards, bro. You're better than this. You are destined for more than this. Thank you for watching and thank you for sticking to the end of the video. I fucking love you, man. If you have any questions to ask, write them down in the comments. And if you disagree, also write down in the comments. I would love to debate with you. Now, if you like how I explain things and you like the vibe of this channel, click the first link in the description to get notified when I publish my course about seduction. Thank you very much, brother. See you in the next video.